It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego political, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the political, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego la wa mo la mo do. My ego diary, na he be number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó jódodo. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Welcome back, brethren, dear Templars. Thank you so much for joining me. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún Live. And thank you so much once again for joining the session. As you are joining, after reading the caption of the broadcast, please read the description as well. Then like it, the broadcast. Then share it as well. To invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, tell them all that Máyégún Day, Máyégún is live. And everyone who is a member of the Temple of Truth is known as a Templar. So you can refer to yourselves as the Templars in the Temple of Uncomfortable Truth Out. In case if they want to say we have no respect for criminals simply because they are older. Now, to the real issue. A lot of people, again, have been expressing their personal concerns when it comes to what should be done to save yourselves from thiefnubu. Then came a coalition talk, which in itself has already created its own force as the thiefnubu's people continue to react aggressively with threats and orders. There are others who are coming out to give the reassurance that these guys are just a storm in a teacup. The point is, the criminal politicians you have in that contraption, even when they get to power, rather than begin to govern, they start planning for the next election. thiefnubu's second term campaign started from September. That was September 2023, when billboards started showing up in some certain APC ruled states in their city. Billboard of thiefnubu that was in office for less than maybe 4 months. So they were everywhere. Now everyone is catching up, and some are also pointing out that there must be some fifth columnists that are not, after reading the mood of this country, they are still pushing the Atiku's agenda. Like, do they really want to get rid of thiefnubu, or they just want to enable him for another 4 years after 2027? Tongues were wagging and all of that all over the place. Last night, Peter Obi himself addressed some issues in now very much viral interview with Seun Okinbaloye. We're going to kind of touch a few of that too tonight. Atiku's ambition has become the greatest concern for those who have somehow shown interest in this coalition talk or not. As much as majority of those who possibly support Obi himself and those who don't support Obi, a lot of people are waiting for how they are going to handle the ambition of Atiku, which is now considered as the albatross that brought destruction to Nigeria, starting from when his ambition made him work with Bokwari thiefnubu to form the APC. The same one is been contesting to take out of power. So we have had people who have said he should be a statesman. He should, at this time, he should not run. While others are saying, no, Atiku is the only person that can challenge Koolu because of the Northerners who have shown so much content against Koolu. For reference, please correct me if I am wrong, okay? Have you noticed that this is like comparing the destructive regime of Bokwari and that of this thiefnubu? If you have ever been very active on social media, as far back as 2014, 2015, 16, 17, you will realize that majority of those who are pushing propaganda, hateful stuff, bigotry, divisive messages, they are mostly the today's Ronukus, the bastards from Yoruba land. For real. When Bokwari was failing, at a point, they actually took it upon themselves to defend Bokwari's failure. You will barely see Northerners, right, openly defending Bokwari than these Ronukus, because somehow they felt like it was going to be to this. thiefnubu would inherit Bokwari's voters, Northern voters, the three Kadeshians, Kaduna, Katsina, Kano. So once Bokwari was done, it will be the turn of thiefnubu. And in this case, nobody in Nigeria can defeat them. And they count themselves the Buhari degenerates of that time, who have now changed to the Ronukus of today. But the changes is this. If you look at the failure of thiefnubu, which he inherited partly from Bokwari, and right now he's taken to the burial sites and the burial ground, right? There seems to be the lonely voice right now. I mean, if you are very, very active on social media, I mean, today they are disappointed. They are disappointed that the Northerners, not defending thiefnubu enough. They are not the same way they defended Bokwari. These days, any small thing right now, they enter them in the north as betrayal of thiefnubu. But whenever they see those sycophants around him, the Badru guy, Patawale guy, which other one? The Badol guy, another one that, once they see all those ones who have no real electoral value, per se, and most of them who are mostly as well going to file in like they did to Jonathan Egbere. So the Ronukus are becoming the lonely voice, the Olori Brukus defending the failure of thiefnubu. Now, if you are a Yoruba person, you are expected, no matter the failure, they will ask you to at least defend him. He is a Yoruba man. He is your brother. He is this or that. I mean, if you are a very active user of social media, this shouldn't surprise you, right? Right. So now back again to those who are now publicly asking Atiku that Alaye, by 2027, you are going to be 80 years old man. 80. By 2031, you are going to be 84. Why don't you just, like this guy was praising him, right? Haruna Goroh. He said, why don't you just be the big brother? You served Nigeria, you have done this, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you just be the big one right now? And back Obi. That's how he ended it all. But not just straight to it. He said it is an open message to Atiku ahead of their 2027 on cycle. They did some few changes in what do you call my lineup, right? So give me a sec. Why, before we even get to that, okay, let's start with the chat Obi himself had yesterday. Then we'll come back to this Dr. Haruna and his message. I'll be back in a minute. This is a wrap of all he had to say yesterday, some of the key of them, right? Obi.
Whether or not, as someone who is intended to run for office, you have the ability to participate or be in two political parties. It then means that will affect your ability.
So there's a difference in between intention and things. I said I'm a member of this, and I'm going to work with this group. So it's like, oh, well, I want to invest in this company, where they say, oh, you cannot be in two companies at the same time. But I have indicated my intention. I want to go into this. That is not.
Well, you don't see it as anti-party.
No. There's not an anti-party.
No, because I don't think the Labour Party has agreed to
remember, we said for 2027. Say we're not in 2027, we're in 2025. It's clear. We've adopted this for 2027. So if I say I'm going to this, that doesn't say, oh, well, listen, I want to be sharing, I want to be able to be part of your dinner in the evening. That doesn't mean I should abandon my breakfast and lunch because I was intended to come and eat your dinner. No, we're going there.
So
we're going to go together. We are not abandoning where we are. At some stage, when that happens, you know.
So you are thinking of being a running mate to Atiku. Is that the case right now? That's your intention?
Again, Shehu, this is not in play. Nobody have ever discussed that.
You know what I'm asking?
People assume so many things. Nobody have ever discussed with me whether I'm going to be A or B or C. Shehu, I'm going to contest for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I believe I'm qualified for it.
You know the reason why I'm asking this? You seem to campaign more about frugality than investment. That those who say those monies that you're talking about that you're leaving could have been invested.
So I invested it. I invested in education, which is the most critical investment a nation can do. So I took the state from 20-something in Waika to number one. So under me, and I challenge any state, under me, all secondary schools, I can go down to primary, all secondary schools in Anambra State had a functional science lab, had a sick bed, had a generator, had 2 buses, have computer. Go and ask SP till today. I bought the highest number of computers ever sold by HP to any state in Africa. The order, they're there. You can go and ask HP or you can go and ask the star of, let me remember his company now. You can go and ask him. No other person has done it.
If you become president, you will be frugal, yet you invest.
No. If I become president, I use the resources effectively. I cannot say buy a new jet.
Even if you need one.
I don't need one. You don't need one because you can go to anywhere with that jet. I will never need one.
You fly Airpeace, you fly Ghana, you fly here.
Of course, baby. Say, I will not use 150 billion to buy a jet when 80% of our primary health care centers are not functioning.
Even as against security protocols.
Which security?
You've been a governor, you know what it means.
No, what do you mean security? That's nonsense they tell. I was a governor for my first 4 years. I drove 406. For the rest of it, I didn't drive a bulletproof car. Nobody decided to kill you. You're doing the right thing. It's when you do the wrong thing that you're talking about that.
Would security agency even allow
you?
Forget
all those things. If your people are dying, you should be ready to die. That's the job you chose. Or you go back to your house and live quietly. The president should also be ready to die if your people are dying. Why should we have security vehicles? No, you can fly. Who is protecting you in the air? If you catch everybody dies, the British Airways flies every day. How many people have died? Are they going to provide you security in the air?
Let me take you to what is important for our nation today is the alternative and the options that we have as a people, the hope of a better Nigeria. And economy is very key. And I look at this government, the administration says they are focused heavily on currency reforms and subsidy removal, which many say have worsened inflation.
They expect 100% sacrifice and effort. So we know we're driving there. So there's nobody that's gotten anywhere is going in one day. But if we set out to go to Kaduna today, say people want to see us in Kaduna Road. If we're headed to Lagos Road, we're in the wrong direction. What is happening now is that we're telling people we're going in this direction, but we're going in that direction. I said, if you don't know where you're going, every road will lead you there. That's the confusion.
Can Nigerians trust that commitment of a single term from you?
So I said it and I put it in capital. I don't need a day more than 4 years. In fact, the day before,
Nigeria in those 4 years.
It's not fair. I will show the direction of good governance. That's why I said.
To what end is this one single?
I want to be sharing. I want to be able to be part of your dinner in the evening. That doesn't mean I should abandon my breakfast and lunch because I was intended to come and eat your dinner. No, we're going there.
So
we're going to go together. We are not abandoning where we are. At some stage, when that happens, you know.
Now, he said a lot, okay? And he's one person that he makes his ideas so easy to understand that those who are bamboozling you with all this needless grammar, word salad, and others, and delivers nothing. To him, it will make it look like it is that simple, because it is. It shouldn't be that difficult where resources are channeled to the right. Then what about 4 years? The reason why he keeps pushing that, which I want to believe that it will actually be is a strong forte, or should I say it's a stronger weapon in this their coalition talk. He's now playing politics like them. He's not leaving his Labour Party that he is going to leave. However, if this their coalition becomes dodgy, he can easily just stay back in his Labour Party and then run alone. So he's now made it clear he will be running. Whatever comes, whatever happens. Right? So he makes it so easy for people to ask questions, probe him, in fact, oppose him, and say it's just they ask him about how he's going to fix electricity. He said he will use the Egypt style. What is the Egypt style? It took them 5 years to generate or to take their country to the level they wanted to be in electricity dependence or energy dependence. And he said it took them 5 years. So with 4 years, it could put you on that path. It is not that hard. But people have been made to believe that, why didn't he do it in Anambra? I'll show you something soon. But here is another interesting convo he had. And the fact that he's been very consistent as well. And what is that? Which I also want to believe. And what is that is APC, Egbekebe, decriminalized self-determination advocacy. They turned it into a terrorism charges. People that are, peacefully advocating for self-determination and all that, they have been hunted down. So many of them have been killed by the APC, Egbekebe, while Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists that are slaughtering Nigerians are being rehabilitated. Do you see that kind of misplaced priority? But he said, I will sit with the agitators and I will declare war on the terrorists How? In his words, again.
Criticize you, that you never came out to condemn the role IPOB and those who were the agitators and those who were asking for seat at home.
And sorry, I also, for those of you who have seen the interview, this is me now trying to kind of point it out to those who haven't seen it, or they saw it, but they didn't pay it that much attention. There is something wrong with Sheung in the way he actually put his questions. For instance, in that first part I showed you earlier, right? It was pushing question like, Obi said they won't buy private jet, which it won't, you know that. Then it was like, what if you need it? Why are you saying that? Nigeria currently have over 12, I think it's about 14 now, 14 aircraft in their presidential fleet right now, 14 plus the one thiefnubu just bought. Before thiefnubu, Nigeria had about 12. thiefnubu has bought like 2 now, including choppers for presidential fleet. So what happened to the plane that Boko Haram was using? Why is it that immediately Boko Haram left, that plane is no longer useful, it's no longer safe for thiefnubu? 20-year-old plane is not safe, but 16-year-old Aluku plane is useful. In order for them to take $150 million, he won't do that. Then she went on to keep pushing. Like, what if you need it? What if the security says you need it? Like, what kind of question is that? So if he says, oh, as the president, of course he's not going to fly public transport, or because why? There are presidential fleets there. Do you understand what I mean? Like, a journalist or whatever should know that. Then this part of IPOB is asking him, why has he not condemned the IPOB? What is there to condemn about the IPOB? You are a journalist. You're working for one of the biggest media platforms in Nigeria. You have money to conduct proper investigation. Interview the people, interview the locals. Let them tell their story. Tell their stories. But rather, you are joining us on social media, hunting for the hot takes, hunting for the trending things, so that you can use that to ask questions. Why should you condemn the IPOB? What did the IPOB, what did they do? What has the IPOB done that has been proven anywhere other than the state-sponsored terrorism, politically sponsored insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria? That should be something that a reputable media house should have their hand on the right info, right? He won't interview Atiku and be asking Atiku that what is he doing about Boko Haram? Of Atiku is Fulani Abi. They won't interview Atiku with that same condescending tone. That why is he not condemning those who killed Deborah? Why did you delete this? Why have you not boldly condemned this Islamic terrorist in northern part of Nigeria? They don't ask him that. They don't. But you see, they push the narrative as if to say IPOB has actually done anything wrong. So if I sit here as a journalist, I'm like, how come you have not condemned the IPOB? I say, okay, condemn them for what? For asking for a referendum? Or what exactly? Because of the insecurity in the eastern part of do you have evidence of that? You are a journalist. I will ask you, I say, do you have evidence of that? Obi is a politician talking to make, probably not to really upset everyone. Just the same way they were asking him about the North. If the North can trust him, why should the North trust him or not? But the tone, if you understand where that kind of question is coming from, you are an Igbo man, you are a Christian. Those two things, do you think the North can trust you? Do you know those intrusive thoughts? Then a journalist is asking him, how can he answer that? If you are premising your message from a very much biased sort of like, perspective. I'm asking you a question that I've already got the bias from. Why have you not condemned the IPOB? Condemn them for what? Listen again.
criticize you that you never came out to condemn the role IPOP and those who were the agitators and those who were asking for seat at home and some of the killings that happened.
Still, they are not following me. I've condemned killings everywhere, even the one that happened in Anambra yesterday.
I'm talking about the role of IPOP.
I said I've condemned everything. The only thing I said about the agitators, let me tell you now. So it doesn't matter what, there's Yoruba agitators, there's other agitators, there's Israel agitators. I will talk to all of them. There's nothing wrong with agitators. Anybody who says, okay, come on, let's talk. You must exhaust reason, but see, I see all those functionalities as a function of a dysfunctional, is the result of a dysfunctional society. If you do the right things, all these things will collapse on its own. So what I'm going to unleash here as government, somebody who works in government, will change it.
Would it be canvassing for a political solution to the case of Nnamdi Kano?
For every one of them. I mean, why is it being held? It doesn't make sense to me. Some people say because he used vulgar words and everything. Is there anything wrong? I've not seen it. People just say, oh, using vulgar words. You say, it doesn't bother me if I'm president, whether you call me thief, call me a less man, call me idiot, which they call me today. It doesn't bother me. My duty as a leader is to the common man to put food on their table.
But if you are talking about the situation in the South, is it the same way you will handle the agitators and those who are killing in the Northeast and the Northwest?
Remember what I said. If there are people I can talk to, I will talk to them. But remember what I said. Once I exhaust reason, I'll deal with it. Let's say tomorrow we have a bandit by name so operating in the Northeast. I will look for him. Quote me anywhere. But, remember, that is just establish a link to say enough is enough.
Afterwards?
Deal with it decisively.
Are you happy with the peace and the quiet in the Southeast after the arrest of Simon Ekpa?
There's no peace anywhere like I know in Nigeria now. So, for me, I just told you they killed 10 yesterday in my state. Is that peace? People are being killed for production, not for consumption.
Have you done the math?
Oh, so it's very easy. I don't need to renovate conference center. There's no conference here. So I've done it as a governor. You ask which industry that I built. So one of the first places I renovated as governor was Industrial Estate in Onitsha. Go there and see the number of industries. Jonathan commissioned at least 10 industries there.
Criticize you. Can you?
I mean, he's the one who wants to be president, Abi. So he should be questioned, and his answers should be, sort of like treated by his merit without any bias. But of course, there are biases. They will say he supports IPOB. Did you listen to that answer? What did Nnamdi Kanu? What did he do? He's done nothing. They are keeping Nnamdi Kanu as a trophy. If people are committing crimes in the eastern part of Nigeria in the name of Biafra, which IPOB is not, it is the job of government to pick anybody committing crime. It is not the job of the IPOB, right, to begin to fish out anyone committing crime in the eastern part of Nigeria. And they come out every now and then to say, no, that's not us. No, that's not us. Oh, this is not us, and all of that. Despite their denial and their, what do you call it? I don't even think we should use denial. I would say that despite their sort of like a rejection of most of these things, the Nigerian media keep pushing it. Then Sheung added Simon Ekpa to it. Or after the arrest of Simon Ekpa, there has been peace. You are a journalist, for goodness sake. In Anambra State, just like he said, 10 people were still killed by this Fulani terrorist. Where do you write that one? What about those who are currently being chased out of their homes, out of their farms by Fulani terrorists in Ehamufu? How about those who have become their regular victims now in Ebonyi? People are being killed across board. When you sat there, it's like, okay, the arrest of Simon Ekpa has not brought any peace and all of that stuff. Come on, man. That's not one of those descending a question. Take a look at this. Can Nigerian trust you? It's better than can they not trust you? Why should they trust you?
You think that the North trusts you?
Say, I want them to trust me. The biggest asset of this country is in the North. The uncultivated land in the North. The criminality we face in the North today, I'll deal with it. So if I'm president, the North will celebrate me. I have an idea of the problem. So I'm in this country when, if I'm looking for cash, I go to Kano. There used to be industries in Bompai 1, in Bompai, Shradan 1, Shradan 2, and everything. So I was in Indonesia this year. From February 1 to February 7, meeting from Minister of Health, Minister of Education, Minister of Small Businesses, Minister of this, to former Vice President, to the most popular president. Koolu. And so you learn, and what they did is not rocket science.
Let me ask you, Mr. Peter Obi. You had, there is a popular slogan that you used in the campaign, from consumption to production.
Yes.
Is
it's not productive.
Let me ask you, because there are those who have also criticized you that what industry did Obi even put in Anambra when he was governor? To start with as an example. But I like to take the Nigerian example.
I mean, you know that industries. They have even used it as an example.
The brewery, right? As one.
Yes.
But the big question here, we're looking at a bigger picture, Mr. Obi. We need to start looking at our competitive advantage as a country.
Yes.
Where will the jobs come the most? Where will the more money come as an alternative to oil? If you are president, where do you think you will focus the most in the very first 1 year that can give us that advantage?
So, I might not turn it around the very first 1 year, but I can tell you, so we can make more money from agriculture than we make from oil. Any day, any time. I can show it to you.
Which produce will you be focusing on?
Say we have all the produce. Why did you think? Go and look at the arrays. Do you know arrays, which the colonial masters did, were focused on where we were getting products. So there's so much. Nigerian land is so fertile that we can grow anything.
You think that the North trusts you?
You hear that? Questions like, do you think the North trusts you? Even though we can also say Shehu is kind of like a displaying what is more or less like a silence in the okay, hang on. I need to stop it. Sorry about the audio. I've got an echoey stuff because I'm putting something on. Don't worry, I'll do that after. So we can also say that Shehu, right, without conceding, let's even try this and say maybe Shehu is just a reflection of how people actually speak out there. Do you get that now? And it needs to now convince them and say, oh, you can trust me. I can this or that. I did it in Anambra. And I think because of that, because of that statement of ease, as they said, he brought, he brought Sab Miller. The Ronukus would say he brought beer, alcohol. That's why he brought to his Anambra State, so that they can be getting drunk. That's part of their banter, right? So he had to mention it and say, well, I developed by, redesigning what is called these industrial estates that now house the major conglomerates, manufacturing conglomerates in the eastern part of Nigeria, and also as the highest earner of revenue for Anambra State today. So I think when he mentioned that, people just went on to go, he always say, go and verify, go and verify. And the Obidients, that is what I said this afternoon. I said, Peter Obi did not earn this kind of followership that you are witnessing simply because he's a good orator or he speaks so, or I don't know, like, it is not because of the sound of his voice. It is because of the quality of the content of what he says. Now, you can have your bias and the rest of that, right? So when it tells you go and verify, you can go and verify. The Obidients right away started. And from them, I got to an industrial estates of ease. And most of those things either abandoned, mismanaged, far away from where he left them, right? So he was talking about this one.
Indigenous manufacturing companies producing top-of-the-range products have been established in Anambra State, with the prospects still bright for new entrants. These companies are taking advantage of the state-built Harbour Industrial Park, Onitsha. Situated by the banks of the River Niger, the Anambra government has turned this once flood-prone land into an industrial park with a network of good roads and drainages. It is not surprising these companies now have a peaceful, conducive atmosphere for production and easy distribution of their goods to the major markets. Here in the Harbour Park is an indigenous manufacturer who has been able to expand his production line of bottle caps and other allied products into a fully automated plant that can churn out over 1.5 billion caps yearly. And another cheering news, it's providing employment for more than 700 people.
What you are seeing in Anambra State, which is the spring up of many industries, is as a result of a government enabling environment which they provided. The government is industrial friendly. This industrial friendliness is what you see when you look around the harbour industrial layout with the kind of infrastructure the government has put on ground. This industrial friendliness is also seen in government policy in tackling what we call multiple taxation.
Also in the Harbour Park is a foreign-based firm which started production about 4 years ago in Anambra State after the completion of its new ultra-modern factory. Using state-of-the-art equipment, they produce various beverages of international standards. Despite creating direct employment for hundreds of Nigerians, the projects exponentially also create hundreds more through distribution, marketing, and sales chain. As more companies spring up in the state, taking advantage of Governor Peter Obi's administration's economic blueprint, Anambra, in the eyes of some observers, is fast becoming the Taiwan of Africa. To strengthen the financial sector, the Obi administration was able to domicile the services of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in the state by the provision of.
So that particular park should have possibly, if he was, something, right? If this Obi was a politician, he would have named the park after himself. So that by now, everybody will know that, okay, it was Peter Obi, this or that. Let me show you from above what it looks like correctly. So just putting that out there in the diary. Now let's go to Mr. Haruna Goroh. The man that sent an appeal to Atiku just yesterday. Listen to this.
Hello, fellow Nigerians. I remain your brother, Dr. Haruna Goroh. This is a special broadcast to call upon former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to please think twice about running in 2027. I speak to you today a truth that I know is very, very difficult, but I can't help but speak what is inside my heart. It is a necessary truth for the future of our nation, Nigeria. It is also a truth that is born out of love and a deep desire for our progress. We honor Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, a man who has served this great nation in many capacities. As Vice President, businessman, a believer in democracy, and someone who has dedicated over 3 decades of his life to public service. You deserve to be honored, sir. But even the most loyal servant to a nation must know when to pass the baton or torch to the next generation. Even the strongest tree must give way for a new seed to grow. Alhaji, you have contested for presidency 6 times. And each time the people of Nigeria have spoken clearly and decisively. This shouldn't be about your personal ambition. It should be about our reality. The time has come for you to step aside, not in defeat, but in dignity. Real leadership is not just about holding power. It is also about knowing when to go and who to pass it to. Please, find the courage to do that very soon. In 2019, you saw potential in Peter Obi and you chose him to be your running mate. In 2023, both of you stood as presidential candidates in 2 different parties. Your votes were split, giving room to the rise of this present regime of tyranny. Wisdom demands that you should be wiser this time around. It is said, once beaten, twice shy. But when it's not just once beaten, but several times beaten, it is time to know God may be saying something. And now we see a different kind of leader rising. Peter Obi, a man who in 2023 captured the hearts of many young people, of everyday Nigerians, and those who had long given up hope in politics. A man who didn't buy loyalty, but earned trust. He didn't come with billions like others. He came with ideas, vision, and integrity. He did not speak at the people, but he listened to the people with a vision for a promising future. This is the kind of leadership that Nigeria needs now. Sincere, focused, and accountable. Nigeria is not a country of old men alone. It is a country where over 70% of our people are under 35 years. We cannot continue to be a young nation led by those unwilling to make room for the next generation. To truly move forward, we must choose legacy over ego. We must make way for a new Nigeria. This is not the time to divide the opposition. This is not the time to settle scores. It is the time to unite to save Nigeria. It is not the time to compete when we should collaborate. To defeat the ruling party, we need a united front, a common vision, and a candidate who can inspire hope and not just votes. That candidate is Peter Obi. This speech and this call is not meant to be a political talk. It is all about seeing the birth of a new Nigeria. And whatever we can do or give up or sacrifice to make that possible, it should be the dream and the aspiration of all Nigerians. In conclusion, I want to call upon you, sir, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Your name is etched in Nigerian history. But perhaps your greatest act of leadership now is not to run again, but to support, to mentor, and to endorse the future. And I know you can do it, sir. You're a statesman. Stand not as a competitor in 2027, but as a kingmaker, a statesman, a patriot who knew when to pass the baton. A new generation is ready. The people are ready. Let Atiku step aside. Let Obi step forward. And let Nigeria rise again. This is my humble call. I've not been paid to do this. I did this because of my love for a new Nigeria. To bring an end to this regime of tyranny, all of us must come together, unite, irrespective of our tribal differences or religious differences. We only have one nation to call our own nation, and that nation is Nigeria. And Nigeria must rise again. This is the time to see the birth of a new Nigeria. Once again, thank you, Alhaji Atiku, for being a great statesman and stepping aside to allow the birth of a new Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. May God bless you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You won't need a car to travel. You won't need an aeroplane to travel. You will just say, I want to go to London. And you'll be in London. Whether you believe it or not, the time is coming when you won't need.
That's a bit of a response to if Alhaji Haruna understands that Atiku's life ambition is to be the president of Nigeria. Now, maybe without listen, I don't know. But here is Sheung, who said, the obedient shouldn't call anyone thieves anymore if Obi goes into a coalition with the Atikus and co. Now, this one is irregular. So to those of you who know how it talks, right? Listen to this.
Now that Peter Obi has gone back home to Atiku, I don't need to make sure anything about obedience anymore. As I tell you now, go back to my video. This job is to capture you people for them. It's to capture all of you for them. And that's why they hate me, because I did not allow for myself to be captured. Why will you capture me with lies? Can't happen. Now, 2027 will come. They will say Atiku has the betterment of Nigerians in their hearts. Because we are afraid to fight this class. We are following these Nigerians that want to join this class. Not those that want to join the people, that want to help the people, that want to liberate the people. Because the people have been called what? Village people. Why should anybody be trying to help the village people? Your village, the same village people, they spoil your life. The same village people, they do juju to spoil your good luck. The same people, when they spoil your business. The same village people, when they spoil your marriage. When they spoil your this one. Village people, it's not the economy. The way these people put pressures on us. The scarcity they create. The stress we have to go through to provide for our children. It is not them that is benefiting. Now be our enemy. Oh no. It is the victims. Now be our enemy. You can go bring the angry, displaced politicians, criminals. Angry, displaced criminals. That's the new club where they don't form now. Angry, displaced criminals. They can't
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
That is probably sarcastic because it's not meant to be funny, even though it sounds that. Shehu is reminding you all that his own MOP, that INEC won't register. Shore has called on them now to register the MOP. Shore said, I would rather go into coalition with Shehu's party, the MOP. You know, based on personal integrity, you say. But that's just by the way, okay? Because on that, they are same streets. When somebody put the microphone in the mouth of the people who are seeing Shaggy under Koolu,
lock him up completely. So if we begin to mark them one by one, it is only Obi that will be a bit very hard, except you want to meet some word. And I'm not looking for angel. Obi, satisfy my mark when you talk about integrity and sanity. Where's your certificate? Back. This is my certificate. This is school I go. You can go there, verify. When were you born? This is the year I was born. Back. This is the business I'm doing. People know me. Simple. Sanity. That's only what I want. That you will look for somebody that when you perceive his ears, it's not smell. You may not see. I'm not looking for anyone. All right. Coming from Udesi Chima, I watched him speak.
So practically, there are those who are out there with what they have been through in the hand of the APC. Ebekebe, they are not looking for a saint, but they still have somebody they can trust. And what they think they are asking for is that just make the process, fair. And then let's see if the people who allow the APC to continue to run, to ride the roughshod on their backs, right? Something that a lot of people believe that it will remain a dream for the APC, Ebekebe, to organize a charade that they will lose. Well, we shall see. Because how do you think they want to lose? When rogues, criminals have access to the national resources for themselves and for their foot soldiers, something like this. How do you fight this kind of people? So that's the society. It has become so kind of like brazen, so lawless that they no longer hide it. The other day, when the wiki was on TV, bragging about how rich his father is. And now he drove Mercedes-Benz in school and all that stuff. So you are being led by criminals who are no longer afraid of, being punished. Back in the days, they would say, are you not afraid of being caught? Now, they don't wait for you to catch them. They bring it to the public. They display the opulence, the wastages, the corruption. Because according to them, what are you going to do? Like for real, what are you going to do? But let's put that aside for a sec. So to my Ibadan people, the Olubadan to Waja. So they lost, there's a way we say, we don't say a king dies in Yoruba land. So we said the king as sort of like rested or retired. That means he's no longer physically active to fight or to battle or anything anymore. So Owaja means the king is dead. And this now make the former governor of Oyo State, right, Rashidi Ladoja, the next Olubadan of Ibadan ahead. Right. So here was this was from Ibadan. That's a Koolu. Right, let's leave Koolu for now. So I'm going to take you quickly to Edo, and I'll bring you back to Ibadan quickly. This was Obi earlier today. Something that a lot of people believe is actually what do you call that thing again? You know, a kind of a trader like politics, you know, a retail politics is called. This was him at a nursing school in Edo State. Today, you probably have seen it. Now you can understand that his real strength comes from this.
Too much time talking about politics while leaving the Nigerian children, the Nigerian people to suffer. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to support what you're doing. I'm here because for the future of this country, we need to invest in you. I support across Nigeria. I support over 50 School of Nursing Sciences. I'm here today. On Wednesday, I'm going to be somewhere in Nigeria in a School of Nursing Sciences. Next Monday, I'm going to be somewhere in similar school, and I can go on and on. 52 weeks of the year, every week, I must visit a school, a hospital. The reason is not because of politics. Because people think it's because of politics. No. I've done this before I entered into politics. I've challenged every politician. I have been in every troubled part of the world before I entered into politics. Life without support or help to humanity is not worth living. You waste everybody's time. Father didn't ask me to come back. None of you called me to come back. I was one who called Father last night. I said, Father, I'm coming to your school today. I say yes. I'm coming to your school today. I need to come and I said, I'll be coming at least once a year.
Yeah, they were singing for him. That same song they sang for thiefnubu's wife, and you know how that ended. Remember that? Our mama pity, so we don't want another one. I think I still have a copy of that. My user take, drink tea I'll be back.
We now get another one. Now our mama be so. We now get another one. Only to know. Now our mama be so. We now get another one. Now our mama be so. We now get another one. Now our mama be so. We now get another one. Only to know.
Now let's go sort of like, commiserate with the people of Ibadan after the demise of the Olubadan, the venue.
Presence.
So Rashidi Adewale Ladoja, I believe, will be the next Olubadan Ibadan, right? Now let's go back to the other real life issues, being faced by Nigerians inside Nigeria. First, the flood. Second, the criminal police in Enugu or in the eastern part of Nigeria, where, okay, I'll tell you. First, the flood.
Siamo, Lekki phase 1. You want to buy land, they'll cost 200 million, 300 million. No drainage system. 30 minutes rain, see everywhere. Just 30 minutes rain, no. I tell you, I can know we do. Better cable.
If I enter the school, like if I stand, this is my
Welcome to Lagos, Lekki phase 1. Oyibo tire. Bobby, you don't go like stay Lekki.
I mean,
Lekki phase 1. You don't go like stay Lekki phase 1. You know the one wey pay me pass? Now use condom just dey touch on my body inside the water. Like bro. Now use condom, now if inside the water. Yama. Just dey touch on my body. And the one wey pay me pass with that. Oh, it's not funny, it's not funny. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. They need to ban Lekki phase 1. Make them ban them. Make them not ban the full Lekki phase 1. They need to ban Lekki phase 1 and start it afresh.
I stay on the island. I stay on the. I can't come to the mainland. Now
big Maria.
See, I have laptop in my bag and camera. I can't come to the mainland.
You can't come to the mainland. Don't jam now. Show you go like stay. Do where they come. How do you feel? Lekki is very, very bad. Bro, how do you feel, my bro?
Nothing is bad, though.
Hey, what are this? You break down? Sorry, Baba.
Il nous dit que la vache, c'est ça au Dieu réveille. Ah. Il nous dit.
Ah! Somebody said natural disasters happens all over the world, especially the one that happened in Texas, where 25 people have died. So is that one natural disaster? Yeah? Do you think it's natural disaster when there are no real drainages that will take water away, used water away from these areas and ensure that it is discharged? Anyway, that's just, what about the last part of the video too? Can we call that one natural disaster or human disaster? This is what people have been, subjected to enough that, hey, oh, natural disaster. You probably would have seen government presence, like coming around to come and see if they could help people and all that. That's not natural disaster, that's human disaster. It is just by the way. Here is another disaster. A young man said that the police stopped them because their car or their car window is tinted. Then they asked him to begin to remove the, to remove the tint, the cover. But it is the drama that surrounds it because he won't bribe. Since you won't bribe, if you want to leave this place, you must remove that thing from your car. In Nigeria, somewhere in Enugu. A very quick one. I missed that. I want you to pay attention to the traffic on that road. The Nigerian military, in eastern part of Nigeria, they mounted a wall-like barrier on the side of the road. They now kind of put a roadblock on the road, collecting bribes from the motorists, pretending to be checking them. But if you refuse to give them money, then they will pull you up and begin to ask for all kinds of papers, including what they have with this guy. His papers are completed and all that, but officer is not satisfied because he didn't have a tint permit, so he must remove it since he won't pay them.
That's it.
You never take the send on now. Yes, IS250, yes, 20%.
What the permit for? Tinted permit.
Okay?
Tinted permit.
No. The first one I do, I lost one, so I don't do the second one. So this is now when I submit, they make I submit my information for the second one. No. I lost the first one because I've been traveling.
What do you do about it? Currently now you don't have it.
Yeah?
What do you do about it? Currently you don't have it here now.
Yeah, I know Kano here.
So what do you do?
How?
I want to know,
How?
You said you don't have the permit here.
Yeah, I know Kano here.
You say you know it's not good.
But I don't apply for it.
You have applied, but you have not been approved here.
I didn't.
So what do you do about it?
Not getting I want to do. I don't know what you want to make I do. Now you can tell me what you want to make I do.
If I tell you what to do,
How they come?
If I tell you what to do, will you do it?
What's it down?
We remove it.
Look, I remove one. No, I'm not going to remove one.
Leave him.
Hmm?
Leave him.
How much did you pay?
I know if you give her money, say I no carry. I say, yeah, how you want to do? He say, what I think 10 minutes I go do, what I go do. I say, what you want me to do? He say, make a pillar. I just forgot come out from pillar. I don't want to be full and talk. As far as don't ask me who get the motor.
Yes, you get it.
I say, na me. I been sure on payment say I don't pay for the new tinted this thing.
But on the normal writing was supposed to.
But they can show there. Say me, I don't even my 1 naira, I don't even.
For 1 meter,
No, I know it.
Don't want me to come and bring out.
Draw. Just draw once. This place I put on back, how much is 8,000? You don't need to carry them when they give them. I can't put another one. This back one, I tell 1 million. You don't finish? Yeah?
The Nigeria will not prostrate UK. About Nigeria system and their criminal uniformed armed terrorists, that they won't frustrate you, okay? That your life is just going to be easy beyond the road. Enough that if there's any crime that happened, you say, okay, we are checking cars. And we are just, what are you looking for? We're looking for weapons. Why is the police officer looking for paper and a document and the rest of that of your car? That's not his job. It's not a road safety this or that, but it is Nigeria. So you have to go and collect police permit before you can drive a tinted window or tinted cars. Something that you don't have to worry anywhere. But they will tell you it's because of insecurity. Do you understand the man hours that have been wasted every day because of this unproductive, unscrupulous element? If you hear bah, 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 they will be the first to run away from that spot. They will run away before you that is on the queue, those of you that are on the queue, before you can decide what to do. They will be the first to run away from that place. And yet you will think, oh, they are there, combat ready. They just want to make sure that people are not bringing in weapons into this particular, or they are not like moving dangerous things along the road. But no. They are there for money, just money. They're not there to protect anybody. If a car just drives so fast and begin to shoot, you see that guy, everybody will run away. Run away. You won't see them. But on civilians, that's who they are. You're thinking about how to get to where you are going safe. The police officer is asking you about permit for window. They say it's for security reason. You now bring out the evidence of you paying, but you have not been issued one because you lost the last one. Here is the evidence. No. He knows that you've paid for it, but have you paid him for it? Why they are busy at that? The real criminals, that one don't drop 2,000 for the officer. So yeah, move, okay? Sean, sir, happy weekend. God bless you, sir. Now that might be that too. That might way pass us where they go before. You see that might way pass here that time. Now in they go, so he don't give me another 2,000. They say, now correct man, that's not like 6,000 today. He gave us 4,000 when he was going. He now gave us 2,000 when he's coming back. But they're asking you to go and prove evidence that your car is tinted. Why your car is tinted? Criminals are moving around these roads. And of course, there is Officer Bright Duffy. You remember Monday till Bright. At least they've managed to do stop and search and arrested criminals, okay? But I don't think this is one of them. But now let's put that aside, all right? Let us, this is me picking, I'm just speaking from my screen, sorry, from what I have in front of me. Okay, this is a brief one. It is Natasha. That is the suspended Natasha. I said something about her this afternoon, and I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow and see what drama is going to play out. She told supporters in that she will be returning to the Senate tomorrow, even though Akpabioli and their gang says they haven't received, the confirmation, the court judgment that she should resume. But you know what?
Thank you for your support. I'm glad you were victorious today.
Yes!
And we shall resume in the Senate on Tuesday.
We love you! We love you!
Natasha. So I'm looking forward to what will be the drama tomorrow. 2 days ago, I briefed you about their ongoing constitutional review and those who have submitted their own memorandum of understanding demanding for creation of a state and the creation of a state police and other stuff that they push, right? Now, I mentioned about the Okeogun and Ibadan state, okay? I want it to be on record that, from that their delegation, this was their memorandum. Let's start with this Okeogun Ibadan. Whichever one comes first.
Again, we stand to represent the interest and the request of the 10 local governments that makes Koolu in Oyo State. Our request for the state creation has been a consistent agitation inherited to this generation, and we are not going to take our time other than to retreat. With the support of our distinguished senators from Oyo State, we represent everybody to say in Koolu that we desire the creation of the Enugu State from the existing Oyo State, with the capital in Agunrege. Why do we need it? That should be the next question. We need it so that the government can come nearer to us. We will be able to take care of marginalization and our perennial underdevelopment. Again, the next question that might be asked is that, what is the viability or the sustainability? Like it has ever been said, that we can sustain it. It is possible if it is created, Mr. Chairman. And for mineral resources that we have in Koolu, with data, it's been confirmed that the marble in Ibeti has a commercial exploration of more than a century, and it's the second purest in the whole world after that of the hill of Gibraltar in Italy. Again, the Koolu we are talking about, of the 10 local governments, Isheyi, Iwajowa, Kajola, Itesiwaju, Atisbo, Shaki West, Shaki East, Orelope, Irepo, and Olorushogo local governments occupies 2/3 of the existing landmass, which is arable in the Oyo State as at the moment. And we have the population, because the population over 2 million covers what is substantial enough to be a state, as we can see in some states that are already existing in Nigeria. We make bold to say that our human resource capital, we have so much that had displayed even at the national level to lead various aspects of the federal entities. Again,
tell me what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
Koolu that we produce it. Ogo is the area that the Fulanis have been fighting and killing our people. That led to the, to the campaign of Oluye Sunday Igboho, right? That also led to him being drafted into the advocacy for Yoruba Nation. Ogo. They do have resources, of course. They've got land, which is, oh my God, indeed arable. But they want a state so that they can have a governor who is going to now use the money that could be used for their security to provide for himself, his family. Anyway, priority. Also, those who want a Ibadan state. Again, their own argument is that it is only Ibadan that remain a former administrative, administrative state or so. Meaning, when the colonialists were distributing their headquarters, administrative headquarters, they had in Ibadan, they had in Calabar, they had in Kaduna, according to these guys from Ibadan. It is only Ibadan that is yet to turn to a state in their own argument.
And today, Oyo Central and the great Baba from Ogomoso, the Secret Senator
Fatai Buhari, and all members of the committee. The cabinet is sitting with you and all people who are we are here to present to you, sir, and man, the hope to create Ibadan State. I want to say, without any fear of contradiction, that we will all agree that all the state creation being demanded, the creation of the state is unique. When we have 3 regions in Nigeria, we have 3 headquarters, Enugu, Kaduna, and Ibadan. Kaduna is already a state, Enugu is already a state. Only Ibadan has been denied that right up to 2025. So historically, it is clear that our demand is highly justified. And if there is equity in Nigeria, definitely, the creation of Ibadan State should not be allowed. It's there. With the greatest respect, we have the greetings from His Imperial Majesty, our Kabiyesi, Ọba Akinle, Owolabi Olakunleyin, Igi Olakunleyin, it is pertinent for us to highlight some of the reasons or criteria that we can use to justify the creation of Ibadan State. We have a memorandum which was submitted, 15 copies. We shall give the chairman another copy for your kind perusal. The memorandum is about the creation of Ibadan State, which Ibadan's capital. The demand is being jointly made by the entire people of Ibadan land and Ibaraka land.
A dead fish cannot be sweet in any soup. They are dead. A dead fish cannot be sweet in any soup. They are dead.
Koolu. Quotable quote. A dead fish cannot swim inside soup because they are dead. Quotable quote. Talking about quotable quotes. We saw everybody hanging around their own regional hearing on this constitutional review talk. We saw them in the East, we saw them in the West, just like the ones you just finished watching, right? We saw them in all these places until afterward when they said, Nedunwoko, the guy who is a very strong, a senator, who is strongly behind the creation of, what's that state again? How did I miss that? Something just took it up for me, right? Anyway, while they were at the hearing for the state creation, the state police creation, and others, they said Ned Nwoko hired some of those guys he took to Enugu and Enugu State. Do you know what came to my head? I'm so happy that I didn't say it. I wanted to say Abiama State. Abioma State. Thank you so much. Anyoma. So he's a very strong advocate of that. Is like the start of it. Then they said some of the guys he took to Enugu complained that they were not paid. Okay. And then they created a scene that was captured on camera just by the side.
We'll go for. Why is it so? Don't want me to crazy. I don't get my right. With an network, people will carry come Enugu, displaced there. They are stranded, no feeding, no money, no transport home. Even Mike Walker, who could not see him anymore to address the people. These are Deltas and Yoma people here in Enugu, live and direct. Nothing. We are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere until our allowances is duly paid. Our allowances must be duly paid. These are people supporting Senator Ned Nwoko representing Delta North in the National Assembly. Brought people from Anioma and kept them stranded in Enugu. You understand me? See our people being stranded. Then you want to tell me that Anioma is ripe. It's a lie.
And now we have received the name for the and those monies now transferred now. What about today?
We'll go for. Why is it so?
Thank you very much, Tina, Chike, as well as Totu, for all of your generosity. Thank you. So we'll leave that. All right, as we are coming closer to the end of my own part of the chart. Here, since we are in Enugu, the Enugu State government by Peter Obi, they have taken the delivery and also commissioned them the delivery of 2 aircraft as part of their Enugu Air Fleet. You know what I mean? And indeed, today was like used for the launching of that. So let's start with the arrival of the aircraft and what Peter Obi had to say there. So Enugu here came to reality before Nigeria Air. That's more reason why I'm sharing it. And this was super about that.
PLC, Dr. Nneka Onyali Ipe, our strategic financial partner, for believing in this dream and helping to bring it to life. This is a triumph of vision, a testament to Nigeria's immense aviation potential and economic renaissance. But the significance of this event transcends the thrill of novelty. Neither is it about sheer bragging rights. We are doing this for specific reasons. For our young people who will see real career parts in aviation, logistics, tourism, and hospitality. For our business community, who need faster, more reliable access to markets, clients, and capital. For our diaspora, who deserve simpler, more dignified access to home. For our global investors, who will now see Enugu not just as a hidden gem, but as a ready gateway to collaboration and opportunity. This is more than an infrastructure. It is an economic enabler, a job creator, and a strategic platform for Enugu's emergence as a regional hub for the Southeast, Nigeria, and beyond. We're starting off with 3 Embraer aircraft, efficient, elegant birds made for our terrain. Our routes begin with powerful golden triangle, Enugu to Abuja to Lagos. From there we stretch our wings to Port Harcourt, Owerri, Benin, Kano, and across various other cities. But we're not stopping there. In the next phase, we will fly beyond Nigeria into other African countries. Fly to China, to Europe, to UK, to the United States, and other global business hubs. Enugu.
Things are getting better for Nigeria. Things are getting better. For Asiwaju is on the throne. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Mr. President, things are getting better. Hey, I said, things are getting better for Nigeria. For Nigeria is on the way. Progressive government. Things are getting better. Asiwaju, congratulations.
We are a poor nation. The bank code will follow. They say firewood, not smoke. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, try shining, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
They'll do it. As a Koolu, he also said,
by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver.
People don't need reason again, they get their reasons. Koolu. So here is the second part of Esheun's sort of like reactions to the happenings. His reaction to Wiki publicly telling us that Amaechi's wife collects 4 billion every month, 48 billion every year, and Nigerians have done nothing. Everybody listened to that. Everybody heard that. Today, we have moved on to why is Obi talking like that. You get? Listen to this part.
Just 2 weeks ago, they say NNPC alone cannot account for 210 trillion. This is not million. This is not billion. 210 trillion. Minus the money where I'm concept they find. Minus all the money we don't lose. So we are paying for our own victimization. We can talk one story. He say 12 months make a year. He say now in a year, he say how much is we can say let me do my best wiki impression. Call it to ask if it is it is I will resign my post. I don't like to lie. 4 billion. He say my throat will blow if I continue to talk like Wiki. Wiki say that they give Amechi wife 4 billion naira a month to train Niger Delta women. 4 billion naira a month. Then we can remember what me 4 billion. Then not be this new 4 billion naira. The former 4 billion. Now say Nigeria, this is our new 4 billion, not be 4 billion like that. The former 4 billion. 4 billion a month to train. So now let's even say that true. Now our village people they do us. It is these village people. If you train them with that 4 billion, wouldn't they stop doing us? Say they're not going to stop their work of saying that they want to do their they will be distracted from doing 4 billion. Are you training them to be astronauts? How many Niger Delta women have gone to the moon? 4 billion a month. If you give me 4 billion a month to train, because Niger Delta are no big pass Ikeja. How many people did Niger Delta? How many women? Maybe all the Ikeja women outside. I'm sure there are more women in Ikeja than in Niger Delta. Bring them outside. With 4 billion a month, I will train Ikeja women to go to the moon. By the end of 4 billion, they will go to the moon. We will have Ikeja women on the moon. By the time I finish training them, they will be astronauts. They will be astronauts. 4 billion, not be this new 4 billion. Let me repeat, not this new 4 billion. No. That time 4 billion. Nigerians, you know what I'm talking about. So, you see, we are the victims are the ones that are being blamed. The way they are being killed. I talk to my friend. I know mention his name. May no be like say you know what. And I go know who he be after they talk the story. Know how. I say my guy. Because they tell me how some big people, shameless big people, they come meet and say, I need your help to do this one. I need your help. Now I can't tell and say, my guy, calm down before these people lead you astray, lead you into the wilderness. I said, do you have political power? He said, no. Do you have billions? He said, no. I said, how you will not get all these things? Take feed, do this thing. But these people, when they get this thing where they work for, then get them. The money where they collect to say you won't help people, the access to police, access to this one, access to judge, they control all the that. Then they control all these things. When they use your power to fight, then they control them already. They have the money already. How come they tell you say now you they need make you help them do something we they not fit do? If not that thing they really want to do.
Sense. I'm a book in Paro. You don't understand, You may not even like understand from the realm. They are bringing that kind of thoughts to his edge. And every time it hits the joint, there is always another dimension. It's just a different kind of ball game, okay? But the moment that brain is speaking on a certain things and showing his there, right? That moment, it will finish delivering. He may now get to a stage and be like, imagine, Akufo-Addo of Ghana, not Ikeja to Ghana. I thought we were like from Niger Delta to Ikeja, then Ikeja to Ghana, Bao. That kind can happen as well, but trust me, is speaking or spitting some facts there. The criminals who have looted and looted and looted, they never get tired of looting. They've been in power. The moment they are out of power, then they are starved. It's like the fish out of water. They are missing something. And automatically they are out again. Then they get back to power. Then they steal and steal and steal and steal. And I mean, it is actually a sickness. Then most of the time, most of their dirty jobs are done for them by the same victims. Because so many people who run around for these guys don't know that they are victims of the system themselves. They say, I know general, I know one general, I know one captain, or I know one former senator, former governor, this and that. You are a tool in their toolbox. But they have to send you on that era, do this one, do that one, do this dirty one for us. But this is what Dele Momodu had to say about the Were Wiki tonight.
At some stage, I realized that he had presidential ambition. And I also had presidential ambition. Wike cannot take competition with anybody. So, I now wrote a letter to him that my biggest asset is my access to the high and mighty and also the ordinary citizens of Nigeria. Everywhere I go, I meet them. And I told him that in the north of Nigeria, you know something, Wike has a pathological hatred for the Northerners because of whatever, I don't know. So I told him, I said, it's going to be difficult for him to get the ticket of the PDP. And I wanted to announce to him that in case he decides not to run, he should support me. From that moment, he got angry. But what I said came through. A former president of Nigeria sent someone to me, someone very, very top, that they should tell me not to waste my money on the PDP primary, that Wike had raised the stakes to $30,000 per delegate, 30,000 times 774 delegates. Of course, if you were to sell my family from first generation to the last generation, there was no way I was going to come up with that. And even if I could come up with that, I will never waste it. So you could hear Wike saying on your program, just before the primaries, on your program, when you asked him, so what do you think about the new entrants like Dele Momodu, and he just wait, who is Dele Momodu? That was where our trouble started. What I expected of him was that if you're not going to support a man, if you are going to run a fair race, and then let's leave it there. I wrote a letter, I copied the former Attorney General. Yes?
Dele Momodu scored 0 at that Congress. Of course, he couldn't afford that. When Wike looted Rivers State, that the guy, if he was in China, in fact, they will, after shooting him, after sentencing him to death, by now they go don't kill him. They will have to arrest his corpse again. Do you understand where they arrest a corpse and put it on trial again? Because the crime is committed, right? His entire family should change their name from Wike, but it is not in Nigeria. They are proud of him, trust me. They are very proud of him. And some of those people whose lives have been made miserable by the likes of Wike, they are on social media and asking you, what do your own papa do? If not your own papa go, and then you'll be wondering like, God damn it, oh my show. Brother, Popon, funny guy, listen to this.
Where they go now? By 2027, our president fear accusing first tenor as the cause of hardship. You go forget. You go forget say nine drum. You go talk shit. Vote for me again. Our festival, I inherited bad governance in festival. You go say, vote for me again this 2027. You see, my first tenure was not good. We did very bad. That's why I want to correct it now. You go forget. Because this one now, where you don't they give excuse. He talks say he inherited country almost bankruptcy. From Buhari say he inherited almost bankruptcy. He forgets saying a slave APC. He forgets saying he come out a campaign against PDP. Talk say PDP is not doing well, so APC should enter and do well. He forgets say Naim Buhari. He forgets say self now he use his mouth during campaign. They talk say he put Buhari, say Buhari don't fail, can't call him, almost crying. He can't help him, can't put Buhari there. Now he's stopped. So he forget all those things, say now he put this thing, now still the lineage of APC. Now he still did there. So he won't come now, come they tell PDP. He won't come, they tell PDP. Say APC don't do well. But you being APC, you are here to repair what APC is for. And they don't do it for first tenor. Because they ask for second tenor, but they give you chance so that you go repair what you not destroy. Not what you people spoiled. What you people are spoiling. What you not destroy. Because this is still they spoil, they go. 27 campaign, he go rugged. Because they go come like this, they go forget. They will ask, why is Naira? Because of my first trouble. My first tenor did not do well. What I inherited in my first you go rugged. You don't go know where to put mouth. What you want campaign with for 2027? You go rugged. So the only thing that to use in first tenor. After using first tenor, begin to convince people. Yeah, my first tenor. I saw Shege. I saw hell. That's why I said, you know, people, you know, you go put them, you know, in my first tenor, we messed up. My first tenor, Naira was not good. Economy was not good. That's why I'm asking. Vote for us the second.
A dead fish cannot be sweet in any soup. They are dead.
They are dead. And on that note, we are going to call it a night. You know, a big thank you to every one of you, as usual. You know, spending your evening or afternoon with Mayegu, sharing this moment that is a moment of information and enlightenment. You've liked, you've shared. Some of you have even been so engaged in the comments. Someone has gone as far as even dropping super chats, bought me coffee, and on and on. So I'm going to say thank you. And to those of you who have just recently joined us, thank you. Please take a moment before you leave and like the video. So next time when I am, when I'm back, and that's going to be tomorrow, you will join us during the brunch. You join us for brunch, all right? And we can take calls and discuss some of the things that you've always wanted to share. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. And good night from there.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Máyégún Diary politico. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary Náíbì number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.